Hey guys, sorry if you can hear, like, I don't know if it's a lawnmower or building work or whatever going on in the background. I've got my window open, it's still quite warm here. This is just a quick video. It'll probably end up being long now I've said that it's going to be quick, just to catch up on the prompts I've missed because I haven't been well enough to film a video every day. I need to find a better camera because this is with my webcam and it's quite fuzzy. The picture's fuzzy and I don't like it. It doesn't look particularly professional. But when I film with my iPhone, the screen is very small and it tires me out holding the camera up and I don't know where to look and it's all very... That's also annoying. I haven't tried with my tablet yet, so that'll be the next thing to attempt. But for now we'll deal with this. Anyway, it's now day 22 of ME Awareness Month, so I've missed quite a few days. I can't remember what my last video was on. Myth-busting, I think. I posted joy, today I feel, advice, something inspiring, pacing, and something blue on my Instagram. So I think, so if you want to have a look at what I said about, I didn't say much, but I posted a picture and a little comment. If you want to have a look at those, I'll leave my Instagram in the description. So that means I think we're up to day... Oh no, I think I also did Emmy has taught me. Yeah, something Emmy has taught me. I also did small wins and I did past, present and future. I'm further than I thought. Okay, so sorry, that was a long ramble to work out where I am. We're up to day 16, which is bed. So just a quick comment on that. Obviously, bed is very important when you have chronic fatigue. It kind of goes without saying. I'm currently sitting on my bed. Here it is. This is... yeah, lovely. I spend a lot of my time here, not just because I'm ill, but also because my room is very small and I don't have a chair in here. So if I'm going to sit in my room, I'm either on the floor or on the bed, and it's more comfortable on the bed with chronic pain. I used to be somebody who liked to sit on the floor, but it hurts too much. So, but yeah, there's a funny thing with ME where you're really tired, but actually it's advised that you don't sleep too much, which is really annoying because all you want to do is sleep. But yeah, so I actually don't take loads of naps or and I try my hardest not to sleep in and stuff, but I do still spend a lot of time either in my bed or sitting on my bed. It's a safe place to go back to after the end of a tiring day. Yeah, so we'll do day 17 is brain fog. If you can't tell, I do have a bit of brain fog today. It's not too bad yet because I haven't done anything today and I'm not having the worst morning. But it can get pretty bad. I lose words. I can't remember what things are. Lose time. Just don't know what I'm doing. You know that feeling when you walk into a room and you've forgotten why you're in there? Brain fog is like that, but times 20. Like, it's that sort of disorientation all of the time with pretty much everything. Also, I mean, there was one time I got home, I went to uni and I got home and I found somebody else's mail in my room. And I still to this day do not remember putting that in my room, but it has to have been me because I'm the only person who has the key. But no memory of it. And then yesterday I was babysitting. It's my only paid work at the moment because I can't really manage much else. I do a couple hours babysitting between once to twice a week, something like that. And I was reading a story to this kid, and as I was reading, I could tell that my words were slowing down. I couldn't read the words out at the right speed. Like I started off reading at a normal pace, and by the end of the page I can't even mimic it. Like I can't mimic it. I can only do it when I'm that exhausted. The words just weren't coming out at a normal speed. Luckily the kid is only 4 and was just looking at the pictures anyway, so it was fine. But yeah, yeah, I will probably do a much bigger video on brain fog at some point and go into like more information about it and more detail, but not in this one. Day 18, I am thankful for. Well, I'm not thankful for my illness. I'm not somebody who thinks everything happens for a purpose. In fact, thinking that everything happens for a purpose and that I'm ill for a reason makes me feel worse. I like the feeling that I am small and insignificant in space, that I don't matter on a grand scale of things. That actually calms my anxiety because it means like, you know, what I do doesn't matter. It only matters in a very small way. So I can affect the people around me, but I can't affect. I can affect bigger things if I do bigger things, but like my day-to-day life is not going to be great and amazing, but also equally it's not going to be terrible and destroy everything, which is something like my anxiety makes me. I often feel like, oh god, everything I do is going to have the worst outcome ever and destroy everything, and I'm going to cause the end of the world. And it's like, no, I am nothing on that scale, and that I like that. So no, I don't think my illness is for a reason. I don't think things happen for a reason. But I'm thankful that I've found the people I have found through being ill, if that makes sense. Like, there's things I wouldn't have done if I hadn't, for example, considered myself a disabled student. There's areas of activism and stuff that I wouldn't have even thought about. There's also people I've met a lot of people online who I probably wouldn't have talked to. I wouldn't have done YouTube. I wouldn't have. I think so. Whilst I'm not thankful that I have it, I'm thankful that for some of the things that have happened through it. And I'm also thankful that whilst I feel very isolated a lot of the time because I don't go out very much, I don't have transport. Like, I don't have my own transport. I can't drive myself somewhere, which means I'm dependent on my health being well enough to take public transport, or on my parents to drive me places, or my sisters when they're back, or my friends. So I'm dependent on other people. I'm dependent on other people for a lot. But I'm thankful for the people that I do have. I have a small group of friends who do seem to really understand, and that's good. And I might not have reconnected with them if I hadn't been in the exact situation that I'm in. So yeah, and also I'm thankful for like lots of little things. I used to be a very I think a lot of people are like this. They're not very focused on the little things. It's that, like, the big things are good and the little things don't really matter. And I think part of that's being a teenager. You are focused on big things, and also it's just a general people thing as well. But definitely now I do kind of think about the little things more, and like, yeah, try and think about positive things. I am definitely rambling now. I may or may not edit this video. I'm not very good at editing and it takes a lot of energy, so I may or may not edit it, so it could go up really long or it could not. Who knows? Day 19, worst symptom. Oh, that's a hard one, because every day I think of a new worst symptom, because it depends which one's like which one I'm feeling the most at that moment was which one I decide. Yesterday I would definitely have said the pain that's caused by like joint problems. I have I know that my hand pain is probably caused by hypermobile joints in my hand, because my hands are like they bend, my fingers bend weirdly, and yeah. And I get really bad hand pain that then radiate, kind of starts here. I just clicked. Don't know if you heard that. It starts here and then it kind of radiates up my arm, and then by the end of the day it just, everything hurts. And yesterday that was really, really bad, and I would if you asked me yesterday, I would instantly say hand pain, joint pain. I also get, I don't know whether it's caused by the same sorts of problems or not, but I also get sharp pains in my, my knees, in my ankles, in my toe bones, which is just weird, but okay. But then a few weeks ago, I woke up with intense muscle cramps, and that day I would have said the muscle cramps, because I couldn't move. I was just lying in my bed, on my bed, and then I think I managed to lie on the bathroom floor for a bit, just crying, because that was all I could do. And yeah, that day I would have said that. But most days, I think the worst symptom for me is probably the sheer fatigue, because when you're not so tired, you can push through pain, or at least I can. When I'm not feeling as exhausted, I can push through the pain and kind of not ignore it, but kind of not focus on it as much, not completely ignore it. But when you're tired, everything just gets worse. And there's something about that level of fatigue where when you are getting brain fog and you can't think, and you can't, but you also, and I end up at a point where I also can't sleep. It's like, I describe it as, being tired but wired. So it's not that my brain's working, I can't like read a book or something, but sometimes I can't even like watch stuff, but I can't sleep because my brain is like, I don't even know what it's doing, because it's not doing what I want it to do, but it's not sleeping, and I'm exhausted. And yeah, I would say that's probably one. I'm not going to say the worst, I'm going to say one of the worst symptoms. Yeah, I can't choose though, they're all pretty bad. Day 20, current view. Well, right now my current view is my laptop screen. That's where I'm looking. Bit of a mess. That's kind of the view I've got right now. Just, I haven't actually opened the curtains yet because I don't want the light to be too bright. Yeah, this is really typical for a morning, just looking at the room. Eventually I'll get the curtains open and I will actually look out over the street, which is also not a particularly nice view. I have got the back garden when I'm in the house, so that's quite nice. We've got quite a big back garden, so I don't like sitting looking over the back garden, because the room at the back is really cold, but when it's warm you can sit out in the garden, which is nice. And then today I am actually going out today to do 2 hours at the library, which I'm a little bit worried about, because I'm whilst I'm not feeling the worst I could be feeling. I'm not feeling great. That's why I'm filming this morning before I even got dressed. Yes, I'm still in my pajamas because I know that I won't have the energy to do it later. So I'll get like a view of the roads and then out the window of the metro and, you know, lovely things. The joys of living in a city. 21, day 21, assessments of any kind. I've never had any of the sort of PIP and any of the money assessments. I don't really know which ones people have. I don't know anything about them. I've never applied. I probably should at some point because I am very low. I personally have a very low income at the moment. I'm lucky that I am supported by my family whilst I figure out what the hell I'm doing in regards to my life, my illness, work, all that stuff. So, but I probably should apply for some soon, but I never have. Other assessments, I can only think of like doctor's appointments. They're not really assessments. Like, yeah, I don't really know what to say for this. I don't have any advice or stories about assessments because I haven't done them. Day 22, is that today? Yes, day 22. So this is the last one I'm going to do in this video. Help. Yes, I often feel like shouting out the word help. In terms of like people helping me, I get a lot of support from my family. I live at home. I do help out around the house, and I do often find my own meals and, you know, look after my own space. But I get a lot of help. I don't have as many chores as I would be doing if I wasn't ill and was living at home. I don't cook every meal for myself. I take part in the family meals. My mum or my dad cook a lot of them. I've got a little sister, so they're cooking a family meal anyway. Well, I've got 3 little sisters, but one of them's still at home. So they're cooking a family meal anyway. So I tend to be able to have meals cooked, which is really helpful because that's something that I struggle with. Not really breakfast and lunch, I can do those, but then by dinner time I sometimes reach the point where I don't. If I was cooking for myself, I wouldn't be eating because I can't. I'm too exhausted. I already mentioned that they do drive me places so that I actually can get to things, because where I live there is public transport, but public transport you have to wait for it. You've got to walk to get there, you've got to wait, you've then got to walk at the other end to get to where you're going. Sometimes you have to change, so like some of the bus routes around here I'd have to change buses and walk to different stops in the middle. You know, it's not super practical, and I would have used my energy by the time I got to the event, never mind doing whatever it is and then coming home. I'm lucky that my doctor's is like a 10-minute, 7-minute, maybe. It's not quite 10. It's not as far as the metro. Like a 7-minute walk, and I can manage to get to the doctor and back on my own. And I'm lucky I live near a metro. But for a lot of things, they try to give me lifts. Yeah, I can't think of other things. Like, obviously, I don't do all the laundry. I do bits of stuff, but I don't do all the laundry. I don't do all the washing up. It's helpful not to have to worry about. What I was finding at university was that I was really struggling keeping my living space clean, keeping my like looking after myself, because I didn't have the extra energy to spend on both studying and looking after myself. Yeah, I'm lucky that I don't need as much help as some people do. But I'm also lucky that I do have people who will help me. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this now because I'm almost at 20 minutes and I probably won't have the energy to edit it down. I do want to post this today. Tomorrow I already have a gaming video ready. I may film another one or two if I have the energy to do some gaming tomorrow, because tomorrow is my day where I'm alone in the house, but also I don't have any things to do. It's a rest day. So if I do have 20-40 minutes of energy, I'll do another one, but I do have one ready to post tomorrow. I will probably start filming one of my book videos on Thursday, but I don't want to post it until the end of the month because it's like a summary of the month. So if I post it early, then yeah. But I am gonna go. I'm also pretty tired and I need a rest before I go out. So yeah. If there's any videos you want me to do in particular, anything you want to ask me about, anything you want me to talk about in regards to my life or chronic illness or ME specifically, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching, and maybe hit subscribe if you want to see some more videos. Bye.